How's it going, everybody? Today's project is this Craftsman. It's got a 6.5 horsepower Eager 1. Looks like a Tecumseh engine, but maybe not. I just haven't seen this kind of carburetor, this style of carburetor before. It looks like a fairly old one. Anyways, they brought it in to try and get it fixed up. And the problem thus far that I've found is just that it has no spark. So what I've done thus far is I've taken the top panels off to get at the ignition coil. And what I've already tried and tested is this, I put the spark plug inside the boot here, grounded it out against the cooling fins on the head, and I have no spark. I tried a different spark plug, still no spark. So that's what led me to believe I need to investigate a little bit further inside the cover here with the ignition coil. And what I found is that I don't think you'll be able to pick this up for sound on the camera, but the magnet is actually has basically zero gap between the magnet and the coil. And you can actually hear it rubbing a little bit. And you can actually see the rub marks right here on the magnet. So what I'm going to do first to try and get spark here is re-gap this coil with a business card, and we'll see if we got spark after that. Alright guys, so I have a 1/4-inch nut driver here. Just going to loosen these 2/4-inch nuts. I'm going to pull this. You can see it's kind of oblong, those holes, so you have a little bit of adjustment that way. I'm going to stick my business card in there, and then I'm going to line up the magnets so this sucks the coil in against this business card, and that gives me my 0.10 of an inch gap. And then I'm just going to tighten these down. And then I'll just spin this business card out of here, hopefully. There we go. And now we actually have a proper gap with no rubbing. So I'm going to try and check for spark again here. Alright guys, so the spark plug that was in there is this guy. I'm going to hazard a guess that this is an automotive car type spark plug versus this one, just a standard RJ19LM spark plug. I'm going to try this one first. See. So what I'm doing here is I've got the brake cable disengaged, held on with a clamp, and I'm going to spin this flywheel to produce some rotation, and then I'm going to ground out this against some sort of a metal here. And make sure you're not holding this part, guys, because you'll get a shock. Just hold the rubber boot when you do this, and you're looking for spark when you turn this over. Alright, so I got nothing for spark. So, last thing I'm going to try is disengage this ground wire. Although that should be taken out of the equation at this point because the brake cable has been disconnected. But before I go and test this coil and take it off and test it, we're going to go ahead and try this one more time. There you go, I got some spark now. Looks like I've got a problem here with this ground wire. and it goes up and underneath this flywheel, so I'm gonna have to take this flywheel off. This is a 3/4 inch nut. Spin that off, take the starter cup off, take this guy off, and I'm gonna need to put this back on. I'll put this nut back on until it's nice and flush with the top of the crankshaft there. Then I'm going to take a pry bar and go up and underneath this flywheel and give it a good whack on the top of this crankshaft here to try and break this flywheel free. Okay guys, so I got a pry bar underneath this. Hopefully it's going to work. I'm just going to give a good whack to this top of this crankshaft. Alright guys, going to try a different method here. Just going to use this air hammer and the pry bar. See if we can get this guy to come off. Okay, so there we go. Looks like that worked. Okay. So alright, what was going on there is this arm for the brake cable is not. This brake cable arm, when you pull on it, actually moves this away from this. This is your ground strap there. So if apparently I didn't pull it far enough, but you can pull this over some more and you can see this arm is going to move away from this guy right here, which is going to remove the ground. Alright, so it doesn't look like there's a problem there at all. That's good though. We got a chance to come in here and check the flywheel key. So I'm going to put this back together. The problem with this style of what's going on here is I had to take the whole cover off just to get access to this area, and to be able to have this work again, you can see I kind of have it actually pulled back as far as I could pull it. I guess obviously not far enough, and just held in place with a pair of vice grips. But what I'm going to have to do is pull this even further so that this actually separates from this. Alright guys, so I got the starter recoil back on, so let's see what we get out of this thing. Not much. You'll see a couple puffs coming out of here. Okay, well, there you have it. Looks like it's going to run. Now, I better look over the self-propel, see if that works. What I'm going to do is just try and engage the self-propel and then try that same exact thing and lift the wheels off the ground, see if they actually will run. Alright, it does look like the self-propel works still, so alright, well, should probably see if I can get this thing running. I don't like junk and stuff, so I'm gonna probably clean up the carburetor next and put some fresh fuel in it because it has no fuel in the tank, and we'll see if we can get it to run. Thanks for joining me, guys, on today's project, and we'll see if we can get it to run. Thanks for joining me, guys, on today's project, and we'll see if we can get it to run. Thanks for joining me, guys, on today's project, and we'll see if we can get it to run. Thanks for joining me, guys, on today's project, and If you like the content, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And I have many other videos on small engine, lawnmower, weed whacker repairs on my channel. You can go ahead and click those. And until next time, guys, take care.